Hi, Gemini. We're going with the natural sunlight look today because I feel like you guys could use it. I want to tell you to get out into the sun. I want to tell you to get some vitamin D and allow yourself to soak in the natural vitamins that the air and the grass and the sun can provide for you. Happy birthday to the early Geminis in May. All of my close Geminis that I have, they're all June Geminis. But I do know a couple of May Geminis. I'm not super close to them, but I do know a couple of May Geminis too. So happy birthday to you all. Sorry. Here's the thing, you guys. This Venus retrograde, it's not to make you miserable. It's to show you your happy place. It's to show you, it's to show you the things that you've been missing, that you haven't been seeing, because you've been working on it. You've been working on yourself, and there's so much growth there, and there's so much opportunity. But it might be a little bit painful to get there with Venus, going into retrograde. So we have the first card that came out was the Page of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Cups. The King of Wands. So there's that fire sign. Could be Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Then we have the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. When you speak your truth, because that's what really, and right now the moon is in Gemini. Thank you very much for this lovely energy that we're feeling right now. It's joining with Venus today. So thank you for the lovely energy. It really brought a lightness to the heaviness that's going on in the world as the moon moved into Gemini. So it's very much appreciated. But you guys are asking everybody, hold on I have something in my eye and it's going to drive me crazy, and I want to be able to give you guys a proper reading. Hold on 1 second for me. Okay. So when you're allowing yourself to speak your truth, and you do it in a loving way, you approach your King of Wands or whoever this person is for you. When you allow yourself to do that, you're creating what your 10 of Cups looks like. You are planting the seeds, and the reason why that's how you create your 10 of Cups is because you're saying, this is what I will accept and this is what I won't accept. You know what I mean? So allowing yourself to come from a place where nobody else is going to tell you how to be happy. Nobody else is going to tell you how to make your money. Nobody else is going to tell you what kind of relationship to be in. If you need to, nobody's going to ask you to compromise your integrity and your dignity because you no longer allow it, right? When we speak our truth, that's what happens. It's self-care. And that's why this 10 of Cups is present. That's why this 7 of Pentacles is present. The thing is, the 2 of Swords, I think that you're wondering if it's even possible. I think that sometimes you're not really, she doesn't have to be here. You see, she doesn't have to, she can put the swords down. She can take the blindfold off. It doesn't have to be so definitive, saying, I refuse to see the decision that I need to make. It doesn't have to be so definitive. And I think that that's something for you to recognize about who you are, that it doesn't have to be so, that if you allow yourself to take the blindfold off, you allow yourself to put the swords down, you can make the decision and you have all the information to do it. And therein lies the Gemini thing, right? Having all of the information to make the decision. And by God, the words that you're saying are manifesting into beautiful things, into things that you have wanted for a very long time. That Nine of Cups on the Page of Swords. It's a beautiful thing when everybody is losing their minds and you can say to yourself, I'm good because I'm not letting certain aspects of life or letting certain aspects of negativity or letting certain aspects of how other people want me to feel and act. I'm not allowing that in my space, right? So let's see. Knight of Cups. I feel like there's a gesture, an apology. I feel like this Knight of Cups, and maybe it's an apology from you. Oof. Okay. Lots of cards came out just for this Knight of Cups. Especially when I said an apology. So we have the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. Are you the one that's always apologizing? Because then we have the Five of Cups and the Hanged Man. I feel like you're the one that keeps on surrendering yourself. And it's not, and I don't want to say, maybe it's a sacrifice. Maybe you are sacrificing. Maybe you are surrendering and you are sacrificing a lot. I feel like a lot of the energy that you've been giving out to this King of Wands is creating this stagnancy in your life because you're like, but I just want to be happy. I don't want to feel the regret. I don't want to feel the pain. I don't want to feel that sadness. I just, I don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. When we sacrifice ourselves in order to not hurt the feelings of another person, what about our feelings, right? So you sort of have to ask yourself that. And if you are sacrificing your integrity and your dignity and the very person that you are for another person, and they're asking that of you, they don't actually love you. It may even be more of an obsession or a codependency, if you will. Let's see what this King of Wands, almost, okay. Could be also a Taurus energy. So we have the King of Wands, and on the King of Wands, we have the Six of Swords and the Hierophant. What kind of standards are they holding you to? And if they're holding you to a certain standard about yourself, would it be easier to remove yourself from the standards that they're holding you to? This doesn't have to be in a relationship. This can be at work as well. This can be in a family. This can be in a friend group. This isn't necessarily just about love. This is about getting the respect of individuals in your life and allowing yourself to create the Ten of Cups that's not an illusion. Because the Ten of Cups is all encompassing. The Ten of Cups is seeing things for, how you want them to look for the long term. But you can allow yourself to create that just by having boundaries and by allowing your personal space to not be disturbed. Your peace, right? We're wanting to remove the disturbance of peace. Oh, there are little chipmunks that are running around downstairs. Let's see what this Ten of Cups is. Because I'm curious if this is something that yes, you're striving for it. Look at you, Empress. Creating the Ten of Cups. You are creating your own reality at this point. And it's almost, and this could be, maybe it's society. Maybe you're turning on societal standards. Maybe you are creating your own standards based on a past that you don't want to be stuck in anymore. Or based on an existence or a relationship or a situation or a job or what have you that you don't, like, your reality has shifted completely. And that's what Venus, because Venus isn't just about love and beauty. It's also about self-care. It's about the finer things in life. It's about how you, Venus is the Empress, right? How you view yourself and the beauty and acceptance within that. Not based on how other people see you, but how you see yourself. And it takes a lot to stand up for oneself. Ooh, I say that as the Seven of Wands comes out. It takes a lot for you to stand up for yourself, and you really have to be firm within it. If this is about a job, I feel like you even have to create some boundaries within your job. Or I feel like you have to create boundaries within whatever it is that you feel like is keeping you stable right now. The Four of Pentacles on the Seven of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands. That Seven of Wands is the healthy, loving boundaries that we're talking about creating. Some of you need to save money. Some of you need to start saving a little bit of money instead, and allowing yourself to say no to certain, like having boundaries with yourself also is very much self-care, and Venus might be teaching that to you also. You know what I mean? So Venus isn't just about learning the lesson of relationships. Venus is learning the lesson of the material world and how it makes you feel. Do you have a decision to make about a Virgo? I feel like the Taurus, I feel like there's even like marriage on the, if you're dealing with a Taurus, there might even be marriage on the mind, or your on your mind with a Taurus, or a Taurus might have marriage on their mind. I feel like the Virgo energy is is escaping you right now. And I don't want you to try and figure it. I mean, I think Virgos are in the midst of having to figure themselves out right now too. And like, we're going to be getting into the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, which is going to affect both you guys and Virgos pretty deeply this summer. And you know, the last 2 weeks in May, or actually it's the last week in May, I think, is when we start. Oh no, it starts June. It starts in June. Sorry. The pre-shadow period for the Mercury retrograde starts with June. But Venus is already going to be in retrograde. Pluto is going to be in retrograde. There's the Virgo energy. And if it's not a Virgo, this is just you needing to allow yourself to take a step back, like pull back a little bit to find that sense of what it is that you're searching for. You know what I mean? This is not about, you're no longer looking for the thing that is going to create your happiness. What you're now looking at is, how can I create my own happiness? You're not looking for the thing. It's not about the thing anymore, right? And I think that that's where you're really becoming, there's almost like this acceptance of your reality that you're looking at. So we have Judgment. Ooh, look at that. Judgment, the Emperor. Judgment, the Emperor, and the Strength card. If that doesn't scream, I'm doing this for myself, I don't know what else would. I don't know what else would. Yes, you could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo. That could be the King of Wands down here. Could even be a Sagittarius. I don't have Sagittarius out here. We also have the Pisces. We also have Pisces here. My stomach just growls. It's time for lunch. So when you get mixed up in your mind, take a step back, Gemini. In May, when you get mixed up in your mind in May, take a step back. 8 of Swords, 4 of Cups. You don't have to figure it all out. The moon is at the bottom of the deck. You don't, and here's the thing is, if you try to figure it out more, if you keep on trying to make sense of the thing that doesn't make sense in your life, you're gonna keep doing that circle. You're gonna keep circling the drain and circling the drain and circling the drain. And I feel like that's gonna keep you stuck in the Hanged Man. If you keep trying to figure it out when it's not there to figure out. So I feel like a lot of this is the respect that you are giving yourself is going to be mirroring from others. So it sort of depends on the amount of respect that you have for yourself and where you're going to create those healthy, loving boundaries. At work, at play, with relationships, with friends, with family, wherever it is. And when I say healthy, loving, I mean, like, we can physically detach from people all day long in this, with what's going on right now. I mean, social distancing, the physical boundaries already exist. The world took care of that for us. Now it's the energetic boundaries. You no longer are allowing other people. I mean, so we talked about this at the end of April. So now we're coming into the May time frame, and you want to start your season off with a decision. I don't think you're going to. I don't think that you're going to be making some hard and fast decisions in May. I honestly think that that's going to happen in June, the beginning of June, but we'll look into it a little bit more for next month. I love you guys. I'm not doing personal readings right now, but if you would like to get a little extra support during this time, there is a extremely inexpensive option to become a member of the channel. And like, I'm posting daily stuff on the channel. And we also have a Discord group set up where I'm teaching astrology, I'm teaching tarot, I'm doing all sorts of wonderful, amazing things for the members, because I want to be able to give back as much as I can, even though I'm not doing personal readings right now. So feel free, you can click join underneath the video, or you can go over to Patreon and join there. All of that information is in the description box. And also, if you would like to donate to the channel, that's there. No pressure on any of it. I love you all. Enjoy May, and I will see you guys really soon.